Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. We're going to be watching How to Get Away with Murder Season 2 Episode 7. This one is called I Want You to Die. If you guys would like to follow me on Twitter, would like to get early access to my reactions, would like to watch the full reactions over on my Patreon, the links are down below. Let's get into this episode.
Think for a second.
No more excuses. We know better this time.
Wait. What do we do?
Stop them.
Did Wes shoot Annalise? I mean, they obviously know they were all there because they all left together, so why were they hiding from each other then?
Are you Nate Leahy?
Yeah, what do you need?
You've been served.
Sinclair's saying Nia's death was foul play. She wants the judge to let her test Nia's blood. So those pills I got you.
I didn't give them to Nate.
You sure? I gotta know if I'm gonna protect us here.
If you want to protect us, kill Emily Sinclair.
Maybe she shouldn't have said that to Frank.
I was wondering when you'd show up.
Okay.
I guess, but he's blaming me.
And you? Aren't you blaming you?
For what?
What you and your friends did at Trotter Lake.
What's Trotter Lake?
It's rude to eavesdrop. I wasn't a part of that. It was my party, but I was downstairs. They
You
were
could have
upstairs.
stopped them.
I was drunk.
What an original excuse.
It's just a simple blood test. If he has nothing to hide, why object?
You're messing with the wrong bitch.
Is that a threat?
Yeah.
Guess you'll see.
I swear these two are like rabbits.
You're getting soft on me.
No. Neither are you.
I thought you had your trial.
That's why I'm here, to get help. I take it that all this playtime means that you've already found evidence to convict Philip.
Working on it.
Miss Castillo with me. That's why he killed himself. It wasn't because of my client. It was because he was a drunk who couldn't stand his life with you any longer.
This is Marco Tidwell, and I'm going to kill myself. I'm calling so that bastard hears this. He needs to know he did this.
Marco, I understand how painful this is.
Goodbye.
Marco. Marco, are you there? Marco.
Ouch. Look, Caleb's calling. Now, why does Caleb have your number?
I gave it to him when I was prepping him for trial.
I mean, prepping him for that ass. Answer it.
So I have to pretend like we haven't found their killer cousin? Not happening.
You're no fun. I asked your boo to help us out on the hacking angle. When?
Today, I texted you. Where should I set up?
On the couch. Take whatever space you need. Relax. It's not my type.
That's not what he's worried about. He doesn't want him getting involved with the shady crap that they do.
4 guys took 1 girl upstairs. So don't you dare say you didn't know what they were going to do to her.
I didn't know.
But later, she said everyone saw her leave the house crying. Or were you so drunk you don't remember calling her dad and asking him to cover it all up?
I called him because I was worried about her. He decided to cover it up.
And you let him. And now she thinks about it every day, what you didn't do. Well, you get to live your life without even thinking about her.
I do. I think about her.
But still, you haven't done anything about it.
We're not breaking into our suspect's house.
Phew, that sounded scary.
Who are you?
Oliver? It's an honor to meet you, Professor Keating, Mrs. Keating.
You're the man that's constantly saving our asses.
It's nothing really,
No, it's something to me. Thank you for your hard work.
She's so much nicer than you said.
Did Mrs. Leahy ever express
He hasn't
to you
gotten
her
on the wrong
desire
side
to
yet.
end her life when you were her nurse? It doesn't take a doctor to conclude that Mr. Leahy poisoned his wife to death.
Objection!
You don't understand, do you? What it's like to watch someone you love dying when they're begging you to kill them?
Strike that response.
It's taking away their pain. Why shouldn't that be legal?
The witness just helped the prosecutor.
Miss Ruffalo?
No questions, Your Honor.
The hell? She didn't cross the nurse.
What do you mean?
Eve. I think she threw the case.
I don't think she did.
Did you throw the case?
Is that what your spy told you?
Is he right?
No. If Nate didn't do this, he'd want Nia's blood tested just to prove he's innocent.
That doesn't mean that you don't cross your key witness.
It does if you want to keep her on your side.
What are you up to?
Nate knows the plan. That's all you need to know.
This can't be real.
I asked Oliver to look up Asher and Trotter Lake, and this is what came up.
What are you doing?
Watching you try to rap.
This is a prank, right? You didn't want to make this?
Please, it's just a stupid thing I made in college.
An expensive, stupid thing.
Seriously, how much did Daddy pay for that?
Doesn't matter, and I hate you, Oliver, for finding it.
Turn it off. I said turn it off. Don't make me be Annalise and yell at you to do your jobs.
Sharon and the prosecutor, I had a gut feeling when I saw them together, so I went to his apartment and the doorman confirmed it. Sharon goes there all the time.
Maybe she meets him there for meetings.
Late at night, because that's when the doorman's seen her there.
That doesn't mean he'll testify against a DA he works for.
What if the doorman liked me?
Wait, you're willing to screw the guy to get him to take the stand?
No, I won't actually have sex with him.
But you can use sex. Be honest. Is there any chance you're wrong about this?
No. They're sleeping together, I know it.
Did you ever have a relationship with Mrs. Tidwell that became romantic?
That's a slanderous accusation.
Not if it's true.
She wants to talk to you.
Right now?
That's what she said.
I'm so sorry. Come with me really quick.
Sure.
Really, you're telling me that there's no one in this courtroom that can testify to such an inappropriate relationship? Your doorman, for example.
What the hell is this?
You're a material witness. The judge can hold you in contempt if you leave.
We're sleeping with his wife, which means that you are the he that Marco kept referring to in his 911 call. Isn't that right, Mr. Nelson?
I take the fifth.
Mr. Nelson, I want to be sure that you know what you're doing.
I do, Your Honor. I assert the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination.
I said you could do it, and you did it. I'm free, and I have another chance with Sharon.
Ugh.
No way the relationship survives
I
this.
hate that
Sharon
guy.
hates you, Dale. You're a stalker, you're pathetic, and you're fired.
Because they are, all of them. They're a mess, and I'm the one watching out for them. Fixing problems before you even know they exist.
Don't you think I know that?
Why would I? You don't talk to me.
Because I don't need to. Me not paying attention to you is the best compliment you could ever get. Because that means I don't have to worry about you.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You were looking out for me.
No, but I never should have exploded like that. It's just, that prosecutor.
She's a nightmare. I know. That's actually why I'm here.
The blood drug screen test found no trace of secobarbital or any other potentially lethal medication in Mrs. Leahy's sample. Mr. Leahy, this court extends its deepest sympathies for your loss. We're adjourned.
And what does Tiffany get out of that? She doesn't want to talk to you or go to court and recount all the horrible things that happened to her. And even you thinking she would shows how you still don't get this. She went to a party and her life changed forever. And everything she does now, she works so hard to be okay. Well, you just get to keep on being you.
I care about you. And I love you. And I understand why this is your thing.
Oh, God.
My thing? She told you, didn't she?
He's the one you're protecting, right? I don't want to talk about it. I wouldn't either. It doesn't make any sense. All this craziness to protect some student. It's not just some student. It's him.
It's him who? I mean, I know they're talking about Wes, but who is he to her?
You've lost it. We can invite him on a coffee date and get his DNA from the coffee cup.
Oh my God.
He knows who you are, though.
No, he's not. And you're not going on a coffee date with a serial killer.
I used your pick. You're much hotter than me.
Enough with the low self-esteem.
Seriously, I'd spank you before Walsh.
What's going on with you? Honestly.
I'll do it. I can say that I used some random guy's pick because of my low self-esteem.
You exposed me.
I didn't expose
to him.
you. I saved you. You killed a girl in my basement, put a plastic bag over her head.
To protect you.
And I did what I did to protect you.
No. You did this to ruin me.
Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Pick up, pick up.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, excuse me.
I deal with it every day.
Oh, so do I. We both do, okay? I'm not the person to be angry with right now.
Shut up.
You may hate me for it, but it worked.
Shut up.
All right, buddy?
Shut up.
It worked.
Shut up. You knew how much this would hurt me out of everyone you knew. But you did it because you wanted to. You don't know how to love anyone. I want you to die. That's what I want. That it was you they killed in this house, not Sam.
What the hell?
I'm surprised she's crying over
Relax, I got eyes on him.
over Bonnie being mad at her.
Right now. Right now, or else I'll call the police myself.
What? Got ratted out. Let's go.
You're my teacher. You come
Oh no, he's gonna go after Oliver, isn't he? Oh my God. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Stop! Michaela, no.
Okay. Yeah. So, the very end of that was the best part of the episode. I mean, I wasn't really, like, into this episode, I guess. It was, I don't know. I guess it was okay, but I didn't really care this much for the episode, as I have, previous episodes, but yeah, that ending, wow. Okay, so Bonnie killed the prosecutor, or at least threw her body over. I mean, who's to say that she was even alive? I mean, there was no scream or anything, so that doesn't mean that Bonnie necessarily killed the prosecutor, because if she had been pushed alive, I think that we would have heard a scream. So maybe she just threw her over to make it look like that's how she died. I don't know. But, yeah. I don't know why Wes is there with a gun. I don't know why, like, Connor and Michaela seem to be doing something together in the house, and Wes and Laurel seem to be together in the house, and they were hiding from Laurel and Wes was hiding from Connor and Michaela, so I don't understand what that was all about. I still don't understand why Wes brought a gun to the Hapstall house. But none of them had anything to do, as far as I know, with the prosecutor's death, because they were outside when she was tossed, and they seemed very surprised. So yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to find out more of this story of what's going on. We also had Eve back in this episode. She had to come defend Nate again because the prosecutor was going after him for his wife's death. I don't know why she has it out for Nate. I think maybe she just has it for Nate to get to Annalise. Since she can't go after Annalise, she has to go after him. But Eve was successful. Sort of. She lost the initial case. Like, she stopped him from doing a blood test on his late wife, but because she didn't attack the witness on the stand, they were able to go to her and have her change out the papers, saying that, everything was negative, that drug was not in her system. So, yeah. We had Bonnie in this episode. She was angry with Asher because of what happened to Tiffany at Trotter Lake. She was gang raped, and then it was covered up by his dad, and Asher didn't do anything to help her. And so she was really angry about it, and considering her past, it's understandable why she was so angry. Asher let it slip that he knew about her past, and so that made her angry at Annalise. And she was drunk. Now, I don't know if she's going to still mean all the same stuff when she's sober, but right now she despises Annalise. She said that she wished she was dead, that she had died instead of Sam, and everything, because Sam wouldn't have done that to her. I don't think that Annalise showed Asher that tape to hurt Bonnie. Like, I think she really did do it to protect Bonnie, because Asher was going to testify, and I guess this is the only way she could think of to get him to reconsider, and it worked. So I think that Bonnie was just angry and drunk, and I don't think, I don't know. I don't think Annalise did it. for the reasons that Bonnie thinks she did it. But I was also kind of surprised that Annalise took Bonnie being so angry at her so hard. Because Annalise is nothing but bitchy toward Bonnie. Except for the last episode, I think it was. She actually stood up for Bonnie. And she saved Bonnie from, going to jail, because of Asher. But I don't know. I just found it weird that she seemed so devastated that Bonnie told her that she hated her and wanted her to die. So, yeah. I don't know. And then we also had Annalise talking to Eve. And Eve figured out that Wes is the one that she's protecting for Sam's murder. And she didn't understand why Annalise would do that for a student. And she said that he's him. Like, I can't remember how she put it. He's the one. Or it's him. I don't know. But anyway, apparently that's supposed to mean something. I don't know what it means. Who's Wes to her besides a student? I don't understand. So, there's that. So another mystery to unravel, I guess. And then we also had Frank and Michaela and Oliver and Connor too, but Connor was against it. But the other three were trying to set up a date with the other guy. I don't remember what his name is, but the psycho cousin, apparently, in the Halfsaw case. He was the son that was given up for adoption from the aunt. So they think he's the killer, and I can believe it. He looks psycho. But he knew who Oliver and Connor were from the last episode because he saw them. He was watching them through their computer, which is really scary because I know that stuff actually happens. But yeah, so he knew they were. He was setting them up. They were setting him up. He probably even knew that they were setting him up, obviously. Or if he didn't know, I guess his plan worked either way. Whether he knew they were setting him up or not I think he was just trying to get one out of the house so he can go after the other. So, I don't know. But yeah, so they set up the date. Connor went on it because he didn't want, I guess, Oliver to do it. Or they just wanted him to do it because it was his picture that Oliver used. But Laurel didn't like the plan. And so she went and tattled on them, the way they put it. Told Annalise, and Annalise was angry that they were doing that and told them to pull out. So Frank went and got Connor, and yeah. And was there supposed to be some kind of significance when Laurel smacked into some random guy? Was that supposed to mean something? Was he somebody that we should be scared of? Because he wasn't the guy that they were trying to set up, right? Because he didn't look like him. He just looked like some random guy. But they showed it, so I'm thinking it's supposed to mean something. I don't know. But yeah, so while Connor was out, Oliver was going home, got a text from Connor that he was alive and he was on his way home. And yeah, so Oliver walks into his apartment, and that guy, the psycho, or potential psycho, was behind him and came to the apartment and came right in. So I'm scared for Oliver. I hope that nothing happens to him. But yeah, so I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, anyway. Like I said, this episode was okay. Like I said, the ending saved it for me. But yeah, anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. I know I didn't talk a whole lot. There just wasn't really all that much to say, to be honest. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions on anything you'd like me to react to, please leave that down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.